Hi everyone. So I'd like to do a spread for the month ahead. As I am recording this, it is the 1st of August, but so this is meant to be for the month of August or 31 days from whenever you are watching this. So I'm going to do a 12 house spread to try to capture as many of the different energies that we can expect for this entire month of August. So I have one tarot deck, and then I have a Kipper deck and a big picture oracle deck, and we will see what the cards want to tell us, and then at the end we will pull some charms to see if we can get some additional energies to come through. So we have the High Priestess, the World, the Chariot, 10 of Brooms, which is the 10 of Wands in this deck, the Hierophant, wow, we have a lot of majors, the Fool, Death, 3 of Spears, which is 3 of Swords in this deck, the Hanged Man, the Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and Justice. This feels like it's a big month for us. This is, there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 majors in this 12 house spread. So that's a lot. So we're going to go through these houses one by one. Again, I have a Kipper deck here, which I'm going to shuffle so we can use to get additional layers for each of these houses. And then we're going to really get into what our month of August really is going to look like. So starting out in the house of self, we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess being here in the house of self tells me that you are a highly intuitive person. I feel like your third eye is open, is clear. You get intuitive pings. You listen to your intuition. I feel like you are really in touch with what perhaps your guides are trying to tell you. I also get the feeling with this High Priestess that you are really good at looking at yourself honestly assessing who you are, and you have a way of unmasking truths about yourself that you can really see your own reality. You're very self-aware, you can self-examine, and you can reflect on yourself and you own every part of yourself is what I'm getting from this High Priestess. Then we have bad health and the Mountain. So this is reiterating, I think, confirming what I was just getting, that even if you know there are obstacles in front of you, even if you know you may be causing those obstacles with bad health, if you have or had in the past toxic relationships, I feel like you know exactly what to do for you, that you can see if it's you that are the problem, and if you are the problem, you know how to fix it, you know how to grow, you know how to move across that obstacle, move across that mountain in order to really achieve success with yourself. But you also know when the other person is the problem. Your intuition is very clear about that, and you know to move on from things. So, but because this is landing in the house of self, I feel like this has more to do with you. That if you see truths about yourself that you don't like, if you see that you are standing in your own way, you're very clear intuitively about what that is and what to do about it. So this feels like a really healthy type of situation for me, that even if you haven't completely grown spiritually, because who has, you're able to see the next obstacle in front of you. You're able to see the stagnation that's in front of you. You're able to see how you yourself and your own spiritual growth can help push through that, which in turn helps you grow more. So I really like that for your house of self. For the house of value, you're getting the World. And this is pretty exciting because the house of value is usually about our money, but certainly about the resources that are around us. And with the World, I can see that you are leveling up. You're having some kind of a spiritual graduation. I feel like with this World, it's like the student has become the teacher, but also you're starting over. So you see how Dorothy is leaving her house here and just about to enter like this colorful world of Oz. This is you with your resources. You're leaving something behind and about to start something brand new. It's like you're a pilgrim on this journey. that you know everything you need to know inside of this cabin and inside of this Kansas. But then now you're about to enter Oz and you're about to really see something different. You're about to upgrade your resources. So I love that for you. So in the simplest of terms, the month of August is going to be about you getting upgrades in your finances, upgrades in your physical resources. Could be a home, because we are seeing Dorothy step outside of this home. But this could come in so many forms for so many different people. This could be promotions at work. This could be job changes. But certainly it's an upgrade because we're seeing the world. Then we have occupation, which is what we were just talking about. It feels like job changes because it's in the house of resources. And then we have the sun. And the sun in the big picture is success. So this is all very much reinforcing that your finances in August are going to be really upgraded. It has to do with your occupation, something you spend your time working on. So even if you don't necessarily have a job or you're not in a career at the moment, you'll either be getting into one, starting one, or whatever it is, or however you occupy your time, you're getting upgraded. And with the sun, it's massive amounts of success. So these are really great cards. Having the big picture sun and the world, I couldn't draw better cards having to do with success for your occupation and your values. So the house of sharing, this is the house where it's the people around us, the community around us. It includes the people that we want around us, but it also includes the people that we don't necessarily want around us. It's just the people who are around us, value neutral. So in this position, we're getting the Chariot. So I do feel that you are moving something forward, but I think it really required you to open up your heart space to something. So there may have been something stuck as far as your heart chakra or the people around you, or stagnation in the relationships around you, or coworkers, or people you just have to deal with on a daily basis. But with the Chariot, it feels like you are having some success and you're starting to move this forward in a very productive way. The Chariot can be motivation. So it feels like whatever it is around you, it's like the wind is in your back. The universe is trying to perhaps help you with something where perhaps your heart space was stuck. So random examples to help you figure this out. These could be difficult coworkers. These could be difficult neighbors. This could be a shared custody. You have to share custody with a person. These types of people who it's like you don't necessarily need or want them in your energy, but you have to deal with them. I feel like you're being motivated a lot during the month of August with this Chariot card. So there's mature woman. So you could be dealing with a mature woman, again, coworker, neighbor. This could be the mother of your children. So make that make sense for you. That could be a mother-in-law. People like that who are around you because you have to, because it makes your life better, if it's just harmonious with this person. But it feels like you're being motivated. And with the key here, I like that too, because this is really telling me that you're solving whatever this issue is, whatever this was that's been driving you crazy or making your heart feel stuck. It looks like with this key, it feels like your heart chakra is opening to the situation. It's making it better. It's going more smoothly. And now it's moving forward. So make that part make sense for you, for whoever this mature woman is. It doesn't have to be gender specific. It's representing a person. So whoever that is for you, feels like you're motivated, you're solving it, you're moving it forward, and you're just kind of saying, okay, I've solved this problem for the month of August, and tomorrow I'll solve a different problem. That's what that's looking like to me. So in the house of home, we're getting the 10 of Wands. So you have taken on a lot of responsibility when it comes to a home. The 10 of brooms, or 10 of Wands in this deck, can be about turmoil. It can be about trouble. It can be about taking on unexpected things. So if you feel like in your actual home, in your inner circle of people, in your actual domicile, wherever you live, it feels like there is a lot of burdens going on, or at least you have taken on a ton of responsibility. So then we have thoughts and Cupid. So most likely for most of you with the Cupid card, this is some romantic partner that you live with. And it feels like you're really being bogged down by your thoughts. Their thoughts are what are weighing on you. Your thoughts about this relationship, that maybe something shocking happened, or maybe there was some turmoil or is some turmoil in your relationship. You don't necessarily have to live with this person for them to be in your house of home. They just have to be in your inner circle to be in the house of home. But if they are your romantic partner, then they likely are in your inner circle of people. But I do feel like there's turmoil in that situation. There could be trouble, there could be unexpected things, and you're really feeling burdened by your thoughts of this relationship right now. This could have to do with the person who showed up here in the house of sharing, but these could be two completely different people. You'll know how that works for you, but it does feel like there is a love relationship that's really weighing hard on you right now, and you're probably most likely thinking about what to do about that. So in the house of pleasure, we have the Hierophant. So it's interesting that we have the Hierophant showing up there, because it feels to me like you maybe perhaps are trying to find yourself. You're trying to ask yourself, what is it that makes me happy? Maybe because you've had so much trouble, perhaps with this mature woman or whoever this person is for you, or you've had so much trouble in your love life lately that you may have fallen out of touch with yourself. And what does make me happy? I don't even remember what makes me happy anymore, because it's been so long since I felt happy, is what this Hierophant is telling me. But I think that this Hierophant is also asking you to really think back to perhaps childhood, or things you used to love to do, or things you did maybe before these people, these difficult energies entered your energy. And what was that? To really think back to, what was my favorite thing to do when I was 15 years old, for example. And I feel like that's going to help stir up some pleasure for you and help you sort that out. Then we have House and Letter. So the letter is about communication. So I'm getting with the House, the Hierophant, the House, and the Letter, I'm almost getting to communicate with people from your roots, communicate with family members, communicate with old childhood friends. That's what I'm getting from that may be the thing that's really going to help you kind of stir up what it is that makes you happy. For some of you, you might be writers with the letter. So if writing makes you happy, these are all just indications that this is a good time to really get in touch with yourself, get in touch with your past, and really try to stir up the things that used to make you happy. Because I am seeing with the interpersonal relationships in your life feel a bit stirred up. They feel a bit tumultuous. Although it looks like your career is about to take off, or whatever this is for you, perhaps some of you are writers and your writing career is about to take off. But this is really truly saying to help you stir that up. Maybe automatic writing, maybe journaling, maybe visiting your childhood home, maybe spending more time at home. These types of energies will really help you to get back in touch with what it is that even makes you happy in the first place. So I love this, because this is the house of health and service. So this is what you do every day on a daily basis. So for most of us, this is our 9-to-5 job, or this is us taking care of the children or the home, or whatever you do, whatever you wake up and do most of your days, that's what this house represents. But we're getting the Fool card, and I love that here, which means you're about to take a risk on something as far as your career goes, or whatever your everyday stuff is. And we are seeing major upgrades when it comes to your value. So I can't help but link those together, that there are some huge bonuses coming in for work that you're about to take a risk on. So to me, it feels like those things are definitely related. But the Fool is also about reflection. The Fool sees the truth in a situation. They're not afraid to try new things. They're not afraid to liberate themselves from things. They seek new challenges. But the Fool is also looking into the abyss. The Fool is saying, I don't really know where we're going, but let's go anyway. And so I do feel like this is beckoning you to come forward, whatever this is that you do every day. So the simplest example I can give you is you're getting upgrades, new opportunities, promotions, perhaps with the job, and you're going for it, is what this Fool is telling me. Then we have Journey. Yep, that makes sense. And then there's a woman here. So this is with another person. And now we have mature woman here and a woman there. But I feel like these are two completely different people. But I do feel like you are going on a journey. You are taking a risk on something. You're moving something forward. You're upgrading. And there are people here. So these people could be, for example, clients or customers or followers or subscribers or co-workers or people who work for you. They could be employees. So whatever this is, you're taking a risk on when it comes to your work. You're certainly moving it forward. We see all of the success and upgrades that are coming in your house of value, and we see people. So make that make sense for whatever it is you're doing, but you're definitely with people and you're moving this thing forward because you took a risk on it. So in the house of balance, we have death. So the house of balance tends to be about our partners. And so because I'm seeing death here, and because I'm seeing this very difficult energy when it comes to a love relationship, I'm getting the sense that some relationship that you are in is coming to a complete and irreversible end. And if it's not coming to a complete and irreversible end, I do feel like there is an offer here coming through for an end of a cycle and a new beginning for the two of you. So we'll pull some two oracle cards to help us clarify this, but it does feel like if you have been going through something very tumultuous with a love interest, which here it feels like you have, that to me is saying that's coming to an end. Whether the relationship comes to an end, we'll try to figure that out. But the turmoil is coming to an end. One way or another, that part is ending because we see the death card here. I'm also getting a sense that this person wants to offer you something. So there could be a peace offering coming through from this person. If this is a business partner, it also applies here that there's an end to a business partnership because you are upgrading and moving on. Perhaps you're striking out on your own, getting your own clients, getting your own customers. So make that make sense for you, but we're also about to clarify. So we have wealthy man, and then we have the coffin. So this feels like a complete and final end to the relationship. It doesn't feel like there's coming back from this because we have death and the coffin. And with wealthy man, again, this could be a business partnership because when I see the wealthy man, it does make me feel more like business types of relationships. But this wealthy man could be the person you're romantically involved with. And that feels to me like that entire relationship is coming to an end during the month of August. So then this is still calling me back though. I do feel like there's something else here. Yeah, so I'm looking at some kind of gears or something in here. I do feel like this person, you went around and around and around and around with this person. In the month of August, you're finally saying, I really can't do this anymore. So that's why that called me back. So then in the house of transformation, we have the Three of Swords. And so I do feel like that is something that needed to happen because this person probably broke your heart over and over and over again. I do feel like, especially with the death and the coffin, with this love interest is what I'm feeling from this, is that you know it's time to embark on a whole new adventure with not this person, if that makes sense. I didn't say that right, but I know you understood. So, but you're transforming the way you look at heartbreak. You're understanding that heartbreak is meant to happen in order to advance you spiritually. You know that these things are meant to be happening. And so we have high honor and we have the broom. Okay, so the broom tells me that you are in this cycle. The broom is about, again, the things that we do every single day. But in this case, it's coming in with the Three of Swords. So this is telling me that you go through cycles and loops when it comes to heartbreak, that you maybe perhaps allowed this person to break your heart over and over and over again. But this is coming in the house of transformation, which is telling me that you are learning from that. And high honor is telling me that too, that your guides are now saying, yes, you got it, you transformed it. So now we are putting you in high honor in the spiritual realm, which is why you're getting upgrades in your business. So because you transformed yourself spiritually when it comes to having your heart broken, you've broken away completely from this person, or you will, it looks like, in the month of August. That is when you're going to really elevate. Once you let this energy go, this dark energy, this loop of heartbreak, once you let that go, you're really going to see these elevations come in. So then we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is really telling me that you are definitely trying to put something in perspective. And this is your house of purpose. So I think that you really are right now trying to figure out, why in the world am I here and what am I meant to do? I like that the Hanged Man is here because you really are trying to get perspective on it. And for some reason with the Hanged Man, I'm seeing like your actual physical vessel. So whether that means you have information coming through, like you're working as a conduit. So for example, if you are a writer, you're going to start getting a lot of downloads coming through, but I am getting that pretty strongly. The Hanged Man is very enlightened, or at least they're in suspension until they become enlightened. So the goal of the Hanged Man is to be enlightened. And I see that for you. I see that there's some information that's going to be coming in for you so that you'll be able to be clearer about what your purpose is. Then we have Privileged Lady and we have the Man. So we're seeing more people, and we're seeing people here with this journey and this risk that you're taking. So I'm linking these together and saying that your purpose is certainly to help humanity. Your purpose is to help people. And I see people though coming towards you in this house of health and service. So it feels like it's all coming together, but you definitely had to release whatever this was in order for it to all start making sense. So in your house of enterprise, you have the Knight of Wands. And I love that, because what this is telling me is you are taking off. So linking your new job, your upgrades, the people you're meant to serve, the people that are surrounding you now, you are on the move with your enterprise. And so I really love that part for you. And the Knight of Wands, once they get their mind set on something, they're very devoted to it, they attach to it, they crave it. So it feels like whatever this is, this business you're building, this book that you're writing, this platform that you're starting, whatever this is for you, you're going to want to do it. You're going to want to put your blood, sweat, and tears in it. You're going to want to eat, breathe, and drink it and sleep it and whatever. You're going to want to wake up and do it every single day. You're going to wake up with it on your mind, and you're going to fall asleep with it on your mind. And so that's very exciting, because when you're on your true purpose, when you're on your true North Node, that is exactly why you want to do it, because you're passionate about it. So I love seeing that the Knight of Wands was here. So then we have Despair and we have the Lion. So we'll hold on Despair for a second. I love that the Lion is here, because the Lion is the exact same energy as this Knight of Wands. It's about going after what you want. It's not stopping. It's being passionate. It's being overwhelmed by a sense of needing to move forward because you cannot wait to do it. The Lion is a very, very passionate card. So Despair, though, it tells me that you are going to fluctuate in the month of August between feeling confident with the Lion and feeling not so confident with Despair, that you are going to doubt yourself at times during the month of August, that, okay, I feel like this is my purpose. I feel like I'm waking up every day doing it. I feel like I'm dedicated to it. I feel like I love it, but I'm growing my customer base so slowly. What's going on with that? So I feel like there's going to be a tug of war in your mind about being confident, but also allowing yourself to fall back into doubt and perhaps despair. So, and the despair could be about you leaving whatever this other, perhaps if you leave a job to start a new one, or perhaps you feel lonely at times and you feel unsupported when it comes to your new enterprise. So make that make sense for you, but I do feel a fluctuation in the energies there. So in the House of Blessings, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, come on. So this is great. So again, with the occupation, the upgrades, the success, the people coming in, moving things forward, the Chariot, all of these things, it's very clear to me that this is going to be a highly successful month for you. So even if you fluctuate in your mind about whether or not this is going to move forward, the Wheel of Fortune is really saying your blessings are about to start flying in. Once that wheel turns, and I think it has a lot to do with releasing this energy, this person who breaks your heart, that's when the wheel is going to really start turning in your favor. I'm also getting, this wheel is also leading me back to this despair card, where if you feel like things aren't working, if you feel your customer base isn't growing, you feel like maybe you made a mistake taking this new journey, this new job, whatever that is, you can resort back to just being disciplined and saying, okay, what can I do today to advance my business? What can I do today to gain one more customer? What can I do today to market this better? What can I do today to write one more chapter of my book? Whatever it is, remain disciplined is what the Wheel of Fortune just told me. So, but let's see more about your blessings. So we have false person and the train. Okay. So this does go back to this person who breaks your heart all the time. The wheel will certainly start to turn once you make your escape, because the train card is about an escape from the false person. So this is very clearly directing me back here and saying, release this person and you will be amazed at how this wheel starts to turn in your favor. That's the thing that's going to release the good karma, release the good blessings, is putting a final end. We have death and the coffin with this wealthy man. So make that make sense for you. But it's a final irreversible end to this relationship that's going to really make everything flow. So then in the house of sacrifice, we have justice. So this is already telling me that perhaps the entire month of August is not going to feel very balanced for you. You might be feeling like things are unfair. You could be grieving things. It could have to do with this person. But this is really telling me that you're not going to feel a lot of justice in the month of August, but you are having blessings coming in. So this is really telling me focus on the blessings that are coming in and don't necessarily worry about what kind of karma needs to come in for perhaps this person in your energy. So to go back to the example of this could be neighbors, these could be colleagues, this could be custody battles. Make that part make sense for you. But you may feel that this person, or maybe this person who breaks your heart, they're not getting the justice that you feel that they deserve. But the universe is saying, don't worry about that. Just focus on your own business and focus on your own blessings in the month of August. There's official person, and then there's the bouquet. So for some of you, this could actually be court battles that are coming in. Where it may not go in your favor and you might feel like that's not fair, but because it's showing up in your house of sacrifice, there's a reason for it. And the bouquet is here saying, use your intuition, which is connecting me right back to this high priestess that we know you already are. We know that you are a highly intuitive person. Already we know this. So understand when some injustice comes in, when some official person you feel makes the wrong decision or brings you some injustice, to understand that the universe did that on purpose. The universe is doing that in your house of sacrifice so that you can learn something. So make sure you keep your intuition and your third eye open as this is happening, because the universe is sending you some kind of a message when that does happen. And for those of you who it's not specifically a court case, you're going to feel like some injustice was done in the month of August, but it's divinely guided and it's meant to teach you something. So really try to use this with the bad health and the obstacles here, with the mountain here. We said that you know how to overcome those things. So use that strength in order to do that. But otherwise, your month of August looks amazing as far as work, career, clients, money, success, upgrades. And you're definitely releasing a person who absolutely has broken your heart too many times. So let's get some charms to wrap this up to see if we can get just a little more insight into your entire month of August. Okay. So the first thing that really drew my attention is this cat landed right in the home. And the cat is a fair weather friend. The cat is not a loyal friend. The cat is the one who wants to be around you when things are good, but when things aren't going so great, you can't find them. And we have that in the house of home. And we also had the 10 of Wands, and we had thoughts for your house of home. And so again, this is saying there is a person in your inner energy, probably this person you're meant to put an end to, who maybe you feel like they're only there when things are good, and when you need them for something emotionally, or if you need help, you can't find them. And that may be why the universe wants you to release that energy. So your creations and work, the Eiffel Tower fell across both of those. And we got journey with your work. So I do feel like you are creating things, you're beginning things, you're starting businesses, you're writing books, whatever this is for you. This is really coming in strong, that you are taking this to humanity. You're taking it perhaps across the world, or just to, because we keep seeing people as far as your purpose. So I feel like you're going to have a huge outreach of people that you're reaching. So then we have a number of things falling in friends. So we have a wing. We have the lovers. Is this the lovers? Hang on. Yeah, that's the lovers. We have an elephant. We have the third eye. So, and we have an F. So there's a lot going on with your friends right now. And because we have the wing, these could be your spirit guides. But I feel like there is an opportunity here for you to, with the lovers, to upgrade your friends, perhaps upgrade. And friends, I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think this is representing those people in your energy. I do think that these people around you are the upgrades that are coming in, the people who are coming in as followers, as clients, as customers. These are people who really need you. Your third eye is here because they need that ability of yours with the High Priestess to really help them see into the spirit realm. And I think that's what the elephant is really telling us too, is that these are very spiritually guided friends, or you are spiritually guiding all of these people that you're reaching. There's a far reach of people. Then we have the letter F. So you might have a friend where the letter F is resonant, or a spirit guide. And then in the house of change here, we have the letter M. So for some of you, what's changing is this relationship. There could be the letter M involved with the relationship, or this could be your business. Your business could start with the letter M. So anyway, we have the letters F and M. So make that make sense for you. So there you go. That is your reading for the month of August. Please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.